and Air business provides free second opinions.
Talent Heating and Air Conditioning.
You are a grand prize winner. You have won a visit from the #1 heating and air business in the Tennessee Valley.
Talent Heating and Air Conditioning?
That's right. Talent Heating and Air is coming to you.
This is Thomas with Talent Heating and Air Conditioning, and you don't have to win a game show to use us. We have free second opinions year-round, and we're doing free service calls with a repair. So just remember, call Talent Heating and Air Conditioning at 256-503-4490 or visit us on our website at talenthvac.com.
You need a lawyer and pick up the phone. I'm attorney Gary Lackey. When you call for a lawyer, where does that phone ring? My phone rings in my office.
I'm attorney Justin Lackey. My phone rings in my office too.
So does mine. I'm attorney Jennifer Lackey. And when you've been hurt and need help, we're the ones who take your call.
The Lackey Law Firm. The Lackey Law Family. 1-800-4RIGHTS.
No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
WZZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone. Welcome to the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by the late Guntersville Ace Hardware. Now, here's Scott Theisen.
With that, we say welcome in to the round one edition of the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware. It is round one of the high school football state playoffs all across North Alabama. Tonight's the night. The journey to a blue map begins in earnest. And boy, oh boy, do we have plenty of scores to get through in round one. Let's delve into the Class 7A first round scores.
Class 7A scores.
The Austin Black Bears, they finished the year 9-1. Best season they've had since joining Class 7A. They got put in Class 7A in 2018. But could that translate to a playoff win? They were taking on Enterprise, who, folks, they have loaded with SEC talent. This one would be a tough one. Austin falls tonight to Enterprise at home. 32-21, your final. Over at Madison City School Stadium tonight, the James Clemens Jets, they finish Class 7A Region 4 as the 2 seed. So Austin was the 1 seed. They were at home. James Clemens, the 2 seed. They were at home tonight. And things started off perfect for James Clemens. Jacoby Gill from 1 yard out would put the Jets out in front 7-0. That would be with 7 minutes and 54 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Right back would come Central Phoenix City. But James Clemens would answer off a trick play. The Jets would go on top 14-7. James Clemens would lead this ball game 14-7. And then the wheels would fall off. Central Phoenix City would take their first lead at 21-14. They would push that to 35-14, and it would only get worse from the Jets from there. Central Phoenix City posts a season high tonight in points. They're going to run away with this one in round one. 70-14, your final from Madison City School Stadium. The Florence Falcons drew the 4th seed, so they had to go on the road tonight. They were taking on Opelika, and this one not good for the Falcons as well. They could never get anything going as they fall 43-7, your final there. Florence would trail at 1 point, 26-0 in the first quarter. Bob Jones had a tall, and I mean a tall task tonight on the road. They had to take on the number 1 ranked team in Class 7A. They had to take on Auburn. And Bob Jones gave it a valiant effort, but they come up short tonight as well on the road. They fall 63-27. So that is how our Class 7A teams fared tonight. If you look at the brackets in Class 7A, that means now in round 2, Hoover will take on Opelika. Central Phoenix City will take on Vestavia Hills. And the other part of the bracket, Enterprise will take on Baker. And Thompson in control right now over Daphne. They were shutting them out earlier. So it will be Auburn, the top-ranked team in the state, taking on Thompson in the second round. Remember, Class 7A shuffled the deck and created 14 pods with a team from each region in each pod. So now things are a little bit different in Class 7A. So we're going to get what we would have gotten in the finals, potentially an Auburn-Thompson matchup, an Auburn-Hoover matchup. We still could get like an Auburn-Hoover matchup in the finals, or we could have gotten an Auburn-Thompson matchup in the finals. We'll now see that in the second round as Auburn will take on Thompson. All right, let's slide into Class 6A.
Class 6A scores.
All right, Gadsden City on the road tonight, taking on Clay Chalkville. Clay Chalkville, of course, coming in 6th ranked in the final polls in Class 6A. Clay Chalkville runs away with this one 33-3 in the first round. So Clay Chalkville is through. They would get the winner of Muscle Shoals and Mortimer Jordan. Muscle Shoals and head coach Scott Bazin, they are no stranger to the playoffs. And boy, did they come out on fire tonight. They would strike first on a 4th down play. Jaquez Green would take it 65 yards for the score, makes it 7-0. Green would add another first quarter touchdown. That would put the Trojans on top 14-0. They would rock and roll from there. Muscle Shoals cruises over Mortimer Jordan 52-7. So it's Muscle Shoals and Clay Chalkville in round 2 of the 6A playoffs. We stay on that side of the bracket. South side at home tonight, taking on Mountain Brook. And Mountain Brook, yeah, they're pretty good. They're ranked number 5 in Class 6A. They go on the road tonight. They take care of Southside 45-7. So with Mountain Brook in the locker room, who would they play in round 2? That answer would be between Parker and Coleman. And Parker, the 2nd-ranked team in Class 6A, they were at home tonight. Of course, Coleman, that 4th seed in their region, and they get shut out tonight on the road, 35-0. So it will be Mountain Brook and Parker in round 2 of the 6A playoffs. Athens, the Golden Eagles tonight. Folks, it has been 10 years. 10 years since Athens has made it past the second round of the playoffs. Make it 5 years since they've been past the first round of the playoffs. A very tough game tonight on the road at Homewood. We mentioned this earlier. 3rd ever meeting between Athens and Homewood. How about this, though? All 3 of those previous matchups have come in the playoffs. Tonight, the 4th ever meeting, and once again, it comes in the playoffs. The Golden Eagles did show a little bit of weakness earlier this year against some really explosive teams. Muscle Shoals and something like that. And they get going, And Athens gave it a good old try tonight, but they come up just short on the road at Homewood. Your final there, 31-24. The thriller of the night, Fort Payne at home taking on Pell City. And the Fort Payne Wildcats had to dig down deep. They were trailing in this one, but they had to come back, and good news. The Fort Payne Wildcats are headed to the second round of the playoffs as they get by Pell City tonight, 24-23. That will set up Fort Payne and Homewood in round 2 of the Class 6A playoffs. The Hartselle Tigers. Hartselle finished the regular season 8-2. They finished the regular season ranked number 10 in the Class 6A polls. They were at home tonight, taking on a minor squad, a 5-5 Miner squad that came into the playoffs, losers of 5 of its last 7 games in the first round. And the hardest part for Hartzell in this one, not overlooking Miner and looking ahead to a potential second-round matchup with number 3 Oxford, a team that Hartzell, by the way, in each of the last 2 seasons has come away victorious over Oxford. So you don't want to overlook a stubborn Miner team, and they did not. Hartzell had it going on and had it going on from the jump tonight at home. How about this? It took Hartzell less than 30 seconds in this one to find the scoreboard. Noah Lee, a 15-yard touchdown run. Third play of the drive would make it 7-0 Tigers. Hartzell would push the lead to a 17-0 advantage with 5:13 left to go in the first, and they do not look back. The Hartzell Tigers get it done at home tonight. They put up 64 in round 1 as they get by Miner 64-7. For our audience there in Huntsville on 97.7 ESPN The Zone, they were treated to Oxford and Buckhorn. And Oxford at home tonight. The Yellow Jackets coming in ranked number 3 in the Class 6A polls, and they sting a young Buckhorn Buck squad. Oxford over this one 42-0. That does set up the matchup that we all thought we would get in round 2 of the playoffs. That'll set up a Hartzell and Oxford matchup. Again, a matchup that we all thought we would see coming in round 2, Hartzell and Oxford. Hartzell, remember, they've won the last 2 meetings against the Yellow Jackets. So can they get it done 3 years in a row? Let's get into Class 5A.
Class 5A scores.
All right, Class 5A, Guntersville. Now, this was crazy. Guntersville, Arab, and Scottsboro all finished the year, or Boaz, Guntersville, and Scottsboro all finished the year atop the region standings. Because of tiebreakers, Guntersville, who, by the way, finished the year ranked number 6 in Class 5A. Scottsboro finished the year ranked number 10 in Class 5A. Guntersville had to go on the road tonight in the playoffs. They take on a lead squad, a very, very good lead squad, ranked number 9 in Class 5A. How about that? We had a top 10 matchup in round 1 of the Class 5A playoffs. Leeds comes away victorious tonight over Guntersville, 35-28. Fairview, they were at home tonight. They finished the regular season ranked number 3 in the Class 5A polls. Fairview gets it done over Carver Birmingham, a low-scoring affair here, but Fairview prevails 15-12. Now, Boaz has had a season to remember right now. The Pirates, we're going to have to go inside the numbers. Been a little bit since we've gone inside the numbers, but we will here with the Boaz Pirates. They were at home tonight taking on Center Point, and Boaz gets it done 29-8 over Center Point. And if we look at it, last year Boaz was in this same situation. They got a round 1 playoff win on the road at Southside Gadsden. This year they were at home. They get a win. Boaz had an 8-win regular season. We've not seen Boaz post 8 wins in a season since 2008 when Drew Knowles was leading the Pirates. So congratulations to the Boaz Pirates and head coach Jeremy Sullivan. They get it done tonight at home against Center Point. And so who will they face? Well, Lawrence County and Corner. We're going to get you that score here in just a minute. The other big success story of the season has to go to the Ardmore Tigers. They have had a fantastic regular season run, and we'll fill you in on just how fantastic it's been, and could they keep that run rolling along tonight on the road, taking on a very athletic Ramsey team. We'll have that answer and more It's our round one playoff edition of the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware. We've only just begun.
WZZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama.
Alabama!
Your home of the Crimson Tide Sports Network.
This is Sports. I'm Kevin Richard. Good night of basketball, whether it's college or pro. We start in the NBA tonight. 8.5 to go in the fourth quarter. Anthony Edwards has 37 for the Minnesota Timberwolves, and they have a 103-79 lead over the Portland Trailblazers in Minneapolis. In Denver, the Nuggets, with a 116-102 lead over the Miami Heat. Nikola Jokic, another triple-double, ho-hum, 23 points, 10 rebounds, 13 assists, 7:15 to go in the fourth quarter. Denver by 14. On ESPN television, Lakers by 1 over the Sixers, 53-52. Back half of the national TV doubleheader. Philadelphia, remember, 1-6 on the season, entering play tonight. No Tyrese Maxey, out multiple weeks with a hamstring injury. No Joel Embiid. He's yet to play this season, but he's also serving game 2 of a mandatory 3-game suspension. Clippers leading in Sacramento by 2, 42-40. Everything else has gone final, including the front half of the national TV doubleheader. Suns and the Mavericks in Dallas.
And Durant jumping jacks on the sideline. Inbound Doncic will fire a shot, and he'll miss it, and the Suns win. 114-113, the final score in Dallas. The Suns have won 7 straight. They improved to 8-1 on the season and dropped the Mavs to 5-4. What a ball game.
Arizona Sports, 98.7 FM. Yusuf Nurkic with a free throw with 0.8 of a second to go is the difference. 114-113. Phoenix matches its best start in franchise history at 8-1. Cavaliers have their best start in franchise history, 10-0. They punked the Warriors, 136-117. Boston in overtime beats Brooklyn, 108-104. The Knicks with a 116-94 win over the Milwaukee Bucks. Top 25 matchup college hoops. Kansas blows a 20-point lead but beats number 9 North Carolina at home by 3, 92-89.
Hey, it's Greeny in Week 10, another sensational Sunday in the NFL, and we'll be the place to look back on all the action Monday, including the Lions taking on the Texans, and looking ahead to another good one on Monday night. It's Greeny, starting 10 a.m. Eastern on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
97.7 ESPN The Zone. Welcome to the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by the Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware. Now, here's Scott Theisen.
Welcome back into the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware. Scores are coming in, and second-round matchups are being set all over North Alabama. What a night it has been for playoff football. And one of the big games that we were keeping an eye on all night happened in Fort Payne. The Wildcats at home tonight taking on Pell City. And this one was a fantastic ball game. It goes the way of Fort Payne. They get the win 24-23. So Fort Payne, they are off to the second round of the state playoffs. They will take on Homewood as Homewood knocks off Athens 31-24. We now go out to the Scoreboard Show hotline again. All interviews this season brought to you by our good friends over at the Huntsville Sports Commission. And Chris Elmore, the head coach of the Fort Payne Wildcats, is now joining us on the Scoreboard Show hotline. Coach, what a ball game tonight. The name of the game in this late is just win and survive. And that's exactly what your team did.
Yeah, no doubt. That's what we said before the game. It's all about advancing in that bracket is all that really matters, however you got to do it. And it was a classic high school football game. I think that's why a lot of people love watching high school football games for games like this. And it's a shame somebody had to lose. Pell City played great. They were well prepared. Coach Gentry and them did a great job. Of course, they're battle tested being in that region they're in. And they came out and got after us early. And we didn't play great and got behind 17-0 in the first half, and but our kids stuck with it, and we cut it to 17-7 at the half, and came back out the third quarter and got a field goal to make it 17-10, and then tied it later early in the fourth quarter. And but then Pell City responded again to score, make it 23-17 in the fourth, and it was about 6-7 minutes to go in the game, and missed the extra point, and we were able to go down and score and make the extra point, and then hold on, and they had a play there at the end for about the 40-yard line, and we got a sack on the last play. The clock ran out when they had the ball down 24-23. So a lot of resiliency out of our kids, because it was not good early, but we found a way.
What was the message that you told the team at half?
Just said, hey, I think we played about as bad as we could play, and we're only down 10. And that's no disrespect to Pell City. I hope they play well. But first drive of the game, we threw a pass to our running back, and it just kind of bounced off the shoulder pads, went right to him for a pick six. I mean, it's just one of those things that happen. Nobody meant for it to happen, but it happened. And then we missed the field goal that was, uncharacteristic for us. Had a tipped field goal that we missed, and then we went down later and faked the field goal, which probably was a dumb call by me, but it was open, and we just barely overthrew it. And so we just had a lot of, empty possessions. We're moving the football and had played well on defense. Had only, like I said, really given up 10 points, and they had one long run that set up the one touchdown they had. And so I just said, we just got to keep playing. I mean, we're playing not as good as we can play, and we're down 10. So let's just keep playing and see what happens. And that's exactly what they did. And like I said, made just enough plays in the second half to win.
Yeah, lots of times these first-round playoff games are always so tough because the mentality changes just a little bit. You're playing teams sometimes you don't know very well, and once you can get past this first round, lots of times you can start playing with a little momentum. Did you sense that all tonight? That maybe a little nervousness out there a little bit?
I thought we were a little tight early. We had not had a real tight game since the Gadsden City game 4 weeks ago, and anytime you get, like you said, you get in the playoffs, it ramps up. The seniors know that hey, this could be it if we don't play well, and I think we were just maybe a little nervous early, and it showed. But like I said, part of that, give credit to Pell City for that. But our kids, again, it's been a season of resolve, and to start out 0-2 and come back from that, and then to be down 17-0 tonight and come back from that just shows what kind of kids they are, and I couldn't be more proud of them for who they are.
Yeah, now you get a very, you mentioned tough. It's Homewood in round 2.
Yeah, I mean, obviously every round in the playoffs, there are no easy games, and you get to the second round, there's everybody that's left now is really, really good, and so I'm sure we'll be huge underdogs, and rightfully so. Homewood's got a great team, great program, great coaching staff. I've known Coach Bergerson for a long time. He's a great football coach. He's got great people on his staff. So we do have them at home, which is good, but they are a really, really good football team, and it'll take everything we got, but hey, we're still playing, and we still get another chance next Friday to do it again, and I think these kids will relish the moment, and we'll come out here and play the best we can play and see what happens.
All right, Chris Elmore, head coach of the Fort Payne Wildcats, kind enough to join us. Coach, congratulations on the round 1 win tonight, 24-23 over Pell City, and best of luck next week with that second round matchup with Homewood.
Thanks again. Appreciate y'all having me on it when you do. Appreciate it.
All right, Chris Elmore again, kind enough to join us. Again, all interviews courtesy of the Huntsville Sports Commission there on the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware. All right, let's dip into our Class 4A scores.
4A scores.
Here we go. Madison Academy, the Mustangs are coming on, and they're galloping down the final stretch. Boy, they have looked good lately. Head coach Bob Gotze knows a thing or two about being in the playoffs, and he gets it done tonight on the road. He and the Mustangs do 28-7 winners tonight over Hoax Bluff. Now, West Morgan comes in ranked number 4 in the Class 4A polls. That's where they finished the regular season. Head coach Drew Phillips and company, boy, they have something going on over there in Trinity. West Morgan getting, let's see here. They get it done tonight in a shutout fashion over Fayette County, and that'll set up a matchup between Madison Academy and West Morgan in round 2 of the playoffs. Now, tonight, we mentioned Madison Academy. We mentioned Bob Gotze. and he knows a thing or two about being in the playoffs. Well, he's coached in 53 playoff games in his career. Yes, he does know a thing or two, and next week he'll have to come up with a fantastic game plan to slow down one of the most prolific offenses in Class 4A, and that is the West Morgan Rebels. They get it done tonight over Fayette County 45-0. All right, the other part of the bracket, Randolph was at home tonight taking on Anniston, and Anniston runs away with this one 40-12, your final there. The big surprise so far in Class 4A has been the play of the Hatton Hornets. This was the first year for Hatton to get put up in Class 4A. They'd been playing in Class 2A, but they get moved up to Class 4A. And, boy, they have had a great regular season. Could they get it going in the playoffs tonight? They were at home, on the road, taking on a Good Hope squad. And Good Hope finished the year ranked number 6 in Class 4A. And Good Hope just too much for Hatton tonight. And they fall 42-12, your final there. Brooks on the road tonight, taking on Dora in Class 4A. And the Brooks Lions, they get it done on the road over Dora. Your final there, 38-7. Now, North Jackson taking on Alexandria in round 1. North Jackson goes on to win the region this year. So this was a 1 versus 4 matchup, and North Jackson gets stunned at home tonight. Alexandria gets it 38-35. All right, we go back to the Class 6A brackets, and we mentioned how fast the Hartselle Tigers at home tonight got on the scoreboard in their matchup against Minor. It took them less than 30 seconds. Noah Lee, a 15-yard touchdown run on the third play of the first drive, would give the Hartselle Tigers a 7-0 lead, and they never looked back at home, did Hartselle. They are through to round 2. And their head coach, Bert Newton, kind enough to join us on the Scoreboard Show hotline. Coach, welcome on in, and congratulations on that round 1 playoff win.
Thanks for having me. I'm honored to be on, and it was a good night for the Hartselle Tigers.
Yeah, you want to talk about a fast start. When you can score less than 30 seconds into a game on your first possession, that's a way to set the tone.
Yeah, we had a big kickoff return that got them all the way down to their 20, and then we had a pretty big run play out of Jaheim Pruitt on the next play, and then we got stopped, and then it was 3rd and short. We brought our heavy package in, and we had a quarterback keeper. Our heavy package bring 3 guys off the defense in, and they opened up a big gap and walked in there.
Well, Coach, what did you tell your team? Obviously, a lot of people were talking, hey, if you get through this one, you could potentially see Oxford. It's a matchup people want, but you got to take one game at a time in the playoffs. What did you tell your team this week to kind of keep them focused and let round 1 be round 1?
I think our kids did a really good job of focusing on Minor, because Minor's a good football team. They got good football players, and you know, you turn on the film and they better get focused, because they're you know, they can run, they're faster than us, they're bigger than us, and so if we don't execute and do things perfect, and do things right, then they could be a lot of trouble for us. So, and that was the big thing. And we talk all the time about, you know, it's not about our opponents, it's about us. And, you know, we needed to get better this week. I thought the week before last, we won with 21-0 at Mortimer Jordan, but we had some costly turnovers and mistakes in their red zone that we had to fix, and we did.
Well, let's talk about next week. Now you do get that matchup with Oxford in round 2. What do you got to see for your team going forward? And just how much do you enjoy this one?
I mean, we're definitely going to enjoy this win tonight. And then, you know, tomorrow we'll be on to working on Oxford. And, you know, they're a greit team. We played them in the regular season the last 2 years. And so, you know, last year we won 22-21, went for 2 with probably about less than 2 minutes to go and got it, and then had a big stop to win the game. So, you know, we expect it's going to be really, really good. That, you know, they got a 3-year starter at quarterback. We faced them the last 2 years. He's even better now. So, I mean, he's gotten better and better every year. They're loaded on defense. They do a really, really good job, and they play really hard and run the football and will hit you. And they got skill guys everywhere and a good offensive line, and they're great. They're Coach Adams does a great job, and their whole staff is really, really well coached. So it'll be a tough game, but I'll tell our kids on Sunday when we meet, hey, this is why we do this. This is why you're at Hartsville High School. This is why you play football at Hartsville, because you get to play in games like this that matter against big time opponents. At 10-0, I'm sure they're ranked 2. Would be my guess. Behind Fairleigh State, Oxford.
Number 3, yeah.
3. If not, they're up there. And again, undefeated team, and we're looking forward to the challenge. And it's going to be a great atmosphere over there. It'll be at Oxford, and great place to play football and lovely facilities. And so we'll be fired up. We'll have a blast. We can't wait.
Yeah, Coach, anytime you get to play on a Friday night at this time, and anytime as a head coach you get to make that long drive to Montgomery on a Saturday morning, it feels sweet, because that means you're still playing football.
That's right. That was my first Saturday morning as a head coach down there in Montgomery. I've been before as an assistant, and you get down there and you kind of, why do we got to do this? And the guy that was leading the meeting said something that really stuck with me. He goes, each classification has 32 teams here. You got to realize that there's half the state that's sitting at home wishing they were here. So that hit home with me. It was like, you know what? He's right. I'm lucky to be here. I'm blessed to be here, and hopefully I'll keep coming back every Saturday morning until I can't.
Yep. Well, Coach, you're going back, and now there's only 16 teams there. So congratulations on the win tonight, and best of luck next week.
Man, thank you, and thanks for all you do for our sport and promoting it, and y'all do a great job. Appreciate you.
All right, thanks. Hartsville head coach Bert Newton, kind enough to join us. The Hartsville Tigers victorious in round 1, 64-7. They will take on Oxford, who shut out Buckhorn tonight, 42-0. That is a heck of a round 2 matchup. All right, we've got to get a break in here on the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware. Hey, we still got 3A, 2A, and 1A to get to. We've only just begun.
Log on today, 977ESPN.com.
Hey folks, Bobby White back again for Woody Anderson Ford. If you're in the market for a new ride, now is the time to make your move. We've got over 700 new Fords to choose from, and with over 2,700 Google reviews, our customers have spoken, giving us a pretty impressive 4.4 out of 5 stars. Believe me, we work hard every day to earn those 5 stars. Just tell us what you need. This month only, we're offering big savings on your favorite Ford models. You can save up to $10,000 off MSRP on a 2024 F-150 Super Crew pickup. Or take $9,500 off MSRP on a 2024 Edge all-wheel drive. And if you're looking for something even bigger, take a spin in our 2024 family-size Expedition, available for $11,000 off MSRP. Deals end November 30th. And with always, it's with your good credit. Stop by Woody Anderson Ford today or visit us online at WoodyAndersonFord.com. With deals this good, you don't want to wait. I'm Bobby White, and we hope to see you soon.
Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware is your locally owned and operated hardware store. We're not just about numbers, we're about helping neighbors, because our Ace Hardware store is part of your community. We're committed to being the helpful place by offering our customers personal service, quality products, and a convenient shopping experience. As the helpful hardware folks in your neighborhood, we promise that helping you is the most important thing we have to do today. Stop by and visit Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware today, 1536 Blunt Avenue in Guntersville.
Hey Huntsville, looking for action-packed events? The Huntsville Sports Commission is your hub for all things sports. From youth events to national tournaments, we've got events that thrill and inspire. Whether you're an athlete, a fan, or a volunteer, there's something for everyone. Cheer on your favorite teams, witness amazing talent, and be a part of the excitement. Check out our event calendar and get involved at huntsvillesports.com. That's huntsvillesports.com. Be there, Huntsville.
Hi, this is Wes Neighbors. I'm here with Sam Fleming with Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Sam, tell the folks about Fleming Roofing and Restoration.
Hey, Wes. Our company, Fleming Roofing and Restoration, specializes in commercial and residential roofing and repairs. I'm a fifth-generation Huntsvillian, and our family's been doing construction business in Huntsville area since 1965.
Sam, what kind of roofs does Fleming Roofing and Restoration do?
Our guys are skilled enough. We can come out and address any kind of leaks or issues you might have on your commercial, on your metal roofing, on your shingles. We can do anything, and we can offer you a solution to repair it, or we can replace it.
But you guys also do insurance restoration.
Our staff has 10 plus years of experience as insurance adjusters, and we really do know the inside and out of the claims process at Fleming Roofing and Restoration.
Check out Fleming Roofing and Restoration online at FlemingHSV.com, or you can call or text them at 256-651-9440.
Hey, Wes, we show up.
Ho, ho, ho! Bob Baumhauer here. Need a stocking stuffer for this Christmas? We've got you covered at Baumhauer's Victory Grill. Surprise everyone in the house this year as they empty their Christmas stockings to find our popular gift cards. Now, through December 24th, you'll receive a $5 bonus card with every $25 gift card purchase. So put a Christmas smile on everyone's face with these great stocking stuffers. Baumhauer's Victory Grill. Legendary fun, legendary food. Merry Christmas!
This is Chad McGee, head coach of the James Clemens Jets, and you're listening to the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Now back to the scores.
Welcome back in to our round one playoff edition of the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware. Indeed, it is round one of the high school football state playoffs. Every class except Class 7A, 32 teams started the night. By the end of the night in Class 1A through 6A, we are down to just 16 teams. We pick it up. We've not been able to get you our Class 3A scores yet. Let's hit Class 3A.
Class 3A scores.
Geraldine starting their postseason run on the road tonight. They were taking on Locust Fork, and Geraldine, they go for 60 tonight on the road as they knock off Locust Fork 60-13. Mars Hill Bible, your fourth-ranked team in Class 3A. They get it done tonight over Midfield, 69-40, your final there. So that'll set up a Geraldine and Mars Hill Bible second-round matchup in the Class 3A playoffs. Sylvania in Class 3A. They get it done over Weaver, 27-9. And then it would be Winfield over Colbert County, 44-14. Winfield checking in the final 3A rankings at number 8. Gordo at home tonight, taking on Rogers. Gordo finished the 3A regular season 9-1, finished number 6 in the polls. They were at home tonight, taking on Rogers, and they rumble to a 41-13 win. Fife, last night, they started their playoff journey in Class 3A as the number 5 team. They also started their playoff journey last night, a Thursday night playoff game. And Paul Benefield and company, they get it done 66-30 over Ohatchee. Lauderdale County at home tonight, taking on Vinemont. And Lauderdale County gets the shutout round one playoff win, 24-0. Piedmont was at home tonight, taking on Collinsville. Piedmont finishing the regular season 10-0. They picked up 3 first-place votes this past week, but they finished the 3A season ranked number 2 in the Class 3A polls. T.R. Miller, by the way, your number 1 ranked team in Class 3A, but Piedmont, they get the playoff win tonight, 46-28 over Collinsville. We go into Class 2A.
Class 2A scores.
Falkville at home in Class 2A. They get it done tonight over Lexington, 16-6. Pisgah, they fall to number 2 in the Class 2A rankings because of their regular season finale loss to Sylvania. Pisgah did get 5 first-place votes. They finished the regular season 9-1. They were at home tonight taking on Aliceville, and Pisgah runs away with this one in round 1, 50-28, your final. Susan Moore and Decatur Heritage. Decatur Heritage finished the 2A regular season ranked number 8 in the 2A polls. They finished the regular season 7-2, and they had Susan Moore at home last night. Susan Moore comes in. Remember, this is a Decatur Heritage team who had Winston County. Winston County finished the year number 5 in the Class 2A polls. Decatur Heritage and Winston County played for the region title there a couple weeks ago. Decatur Heritage nearly edged Winston County for the region title. So a lot of people believed that Decatur Heritage would come in, make it to round 2, round 3 of the playoffs. They had a talented team. They were upset last night over Susan Moore. 35-27. Decatur Heritage falls in round 1 of the playoffs. Tuscaloosa Academy, North Sand Mountain. North Sand Mountain having to go on the road to face the 6th-ranked team in Class 2A, and they were just too much with Tuscaloosa Academy. They pulled away 42-6, your final. Vincent at home taking on Sandrock. Vincent, the 10th-ranked team in Class 2A, in those final polls, they get the shutout win tonight over Sandrock, 49-0. So that means it's Sandrock. Okay, you've got Susan Moore now. We'll take on Tuscaloosa Academy. Red Bay on the road taking on Southeastern, and it is Southeastern posting that shutout win. So we will get you the Cold Springs Winston County score, and we're going to get you that Pleasant Valley Sullivan score here in just a minute. Of course, that is in Class 2A, and we'll set those brackets for you here in just a little bit as well. Sullivan does get the win tonight over Pleasant Valley, 56-22, your final there. And Cold Springs and Winston County. Winston County gets the win 56-34 over Cold Springs. So your Class 2A brackets, this is what we have. Pisgah will take on Falkville. Falkville got that 16-6 win over Lexington. So Pisgah and Falkville will meet in round 2. We mentioned Susan Moore and Tuscaloosa Academy in round 2. Vincent will take on Winston County, and Sullivan will take on Southeastern. Now, if you want to know about the southern part of the bracket in Class 2A, Providence Christian will meet Highland Home in round 2. Ayrton will take on Clark County. Reeltown will take on Laverne, and Goshen will take on Cottonwood. Those are round 2 matchups from the southern bracket in Class 2A. All right, let's get you caught up on Class 1A.
Class 1A scores.
All right, here we go. Raglan and Winterboro. Winterboro at home tonight. They are victorious 38-12 over Raglan. Hackleburg and Pickens County. Hackleburg at home tonight. No problems with Pickens County. They get the win 41-6. Appalachian at home taking on Donahoe, and Appalachian gets a 34-10 round 1 win. Lynn and Cherokee. Lynn, a 35-0 shutout win over Cherokee. And Lynn, of course, checking in at number 7 in the Class 1A final season rankings. Addison and Barry. Barry not inside those top 10 rankings, but they are victorious over Addison in round 1, 54-38. So who would they get? Either Victory Christian or Spring Garden in round 2. Spring Garden finishing the regular season 10-0, a perfect regular season. They were at home tonight taking on Victory Christian, and Spring Garden gets it done 54-21. So Spring Garden will take on Barry in round 2. Meek was at home taking on Hubbardsville, and Meek gets a 14-8 win. Wadley at home taking on Valley Head, and Wadley, your top-ranked team in Class 1A to finish the regular season, they get it done 68-14 over Valley Head. So your 1A matchups look like this. Winterboro will take on Hackleburg next week. Appalachian will take on Lynn. Berry will face Spring Garden. Meek will take on Wadley. The southern half of the bracket, Elba will take on Linden. Georgiana will take on Leroy. Sweetwater will take on Maplesville. And Milry will take on McKenzie in round 2 of the 1A brackets. All right. We are at the halfway point. When we come back, we're going to reset the table. Going to get you back up with 7A. We're going to run it all down, run off some more of these brackets, run off more of your second-round matchups, and we're going to check in with some coaches and some AL.com along the way. We've got another half of the show coming your way. It's the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware. Comes your way next.
Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware is your locally owned and operated hardware store. We're not just about numbers, we're about helping neighbors, because our Ace Hardware store is part of your community. We're committed to being the helpful place by offering our customers personal service, quality products, and a convenient shopping experience. As the helpful hardware folks in your neighborhood, we promise that helping you is the most important thing we have to do today. Stop by and visit Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware today, 1536 Blunt Avenue in Guntersville.
Hey folks, Bobby White back again for Woody Anderson Ford. If you're in the market for a new ride, now is the time to make your move. We've got over 700 new Fords to choose from, and with over 2,700 Google reviews, our customers have spoken, giving us a pretty impressive 4.4 out of 5 stars. Believe me, we work hard every day to earn those 5 stars. Just tell us what you need. This month only, we're offering big savings on your favorite Ford models. You can save up to $10,000 off MSRP on a 2024 F-150 Super Crew pickup. Or take $9,500 off MSRP on a 2024 Edge all-wheel drive. And if you're looking for something even bigger, take a spin in our 2024 family-size Expedition, available for $11,000 off MSRP. Deals end November 30th. And with always, it's with your good credit. Stop by Woody Anderson Ford today or visit us online at woodyandersonford.com. With deals this good, you don't want to wait. I'm Bobby White, and we hope to see you soon.
Eagle Masonry and Insulation. It's right there in the name. Eagle is your one-stop shop for block, stone, or brickwork, monument signs, and outdoor kitchens and fireplaces. Eagle also offers the finest craftsmanship in insulation, including fiberglass or spray foam insulation, and of course, insulation removal. Philip Love and his team have years of experience bringing the region the best in masonry and insulation services. For more information and a quote, visit insulatewitheagle.com or call 256-755-1556. Eagle saves you time. Eagle saves you money.
The state's largest orthopedic group is growing to meet the needs of the patients in our community. The Orthopedic Center has long been the most trusted name in orthopedics in North Alabama. So as our area continues on the fast track, so does the need for premier orthopedic care anywhere and anytime you need it. TOC is proud to announce the opening of our new locations in Albertville and Hampton Cove, along with the grand opening of our newest office in Decatur. These clinics will offer the same high-quality orthopedic care you have come to associate with TOC, with the convenience of being closer to home. As a patient, your time is your most precious asset, and we recognize that at TOC. That's why we are also proud to announce the opening of our urgent ortho clinics to handle those bumps and bruises that need prompt attention. These clinics are available to care for acute orthopedic injuries with no appointment necessary. With 38 physicians, 20 centers of excellence, and now more than a dozen locations to serve you, TOC will continue to be the name you turn to for the best orthopedic care at the right time. Visit our website at visittoc.com for more information. TOC, helping you live a better life.
Hey, Huntsville. Looking for action-packed events? The Huntsville Sports Commission is your hub for all things sports. From youth events to national tournaments, we've got events that thrill and inspire. Whether you're an athlete, a fan, or a volunteer, there's something for everyone. Cheer on your favorite teams, witness amazing talent, and be a part of the excitement. Check out our event calendar and get involved at huntsvillesports.com. That's huntsvillesports.com. Be there, Huntsville.
From the Fox 54 Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Emily Owen. Heading into this Friday night, a few isolated showers remain possible, but for the most part, we're going to start to dry out. Expect clouds to continue throughout the overnight tonight, but heading into our Saturday, it looks like we'll continue to see cloudy skies. We could see wind gusts as high as 20 miles per hour, high temperatures stopping out in the mid-70s. I'm Fox 54 meteorologist Emily Owen on your home for ESPN Radio 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
This is Bob Gotze, head coach of the Madison Academy Mustangs, and you're listening to the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show on 97 ESPN The Zone. Now back to the scores.
Of course, Bob Gotze, head coach of the Madison Academy Mustangs. They were victorious tonight, 28-7 over Hoax Bluff. Madison Academy will draw in round 2. The 4th-ranked team in Class 4A, the West Morgan Rebels. They were victorious tonight over Fayette County, 45-0. West Morgan head coach Drew Phillips. Again, all interviews courtesy of our good friends over at the Huntsville Sports Commission. By the way, they, being the Huntsville Sports Commission, getting ready to host the NCAA Division II Regional Cross Country Meet tomorrow morning over at John Hunt Park. So they are very busy as well. But our next guest on the Scoreboard Show hotline, Drew Phillips, also busy trying to figure out a game plan for round 2 because his Rebels are a 45-0 winner tonight at home over Fayette County. And Drew Phillips kind enough to join us on the Scoreboard Show hotline now. Coach, congratulations on that round 1 win.
Hey, thank you, guys. I appreciate it. It's a good night to be a West Morgan Rebel for sure.
Yeah, a great fast start for you and your program tonight. Just take us inside the game plan, and what was the plan going into this round 1 matchup?
Well, last week we had a double overtime game with Deschler, and we felt like, looking back on the film, we just had to get right within ourselves, and I thought that was something our staff did an incredible job of holding our players, even more accountable, and the things that we were able to learn from that game really helped us, I think, tonight. And the focus is, we always say it's on us. And I don't know if we were doing as good of a job as we could have been to make it all about us. And so I think that game was really good for us, and it helped us tonight clearly. And I think it was just fixing the little things, the mistakes that we had made, which we did make some tonight. But just be a little bit better at what we do. And that was kind of the message and what our guys did. So. Again, hats off to our staff and obviously our players for executing and doing what they needed to do.
Coach, who kind of stood out to you in your mind on the field for you guys tonight?
Well, our entire defense as a whole, of course, holding anybody to 0 is, an accomplishment, so I was really proud of them for sure. I thought Ty Jones was incredible. He made some really good plays, offense and defense, and then our offensive line controlled the line there, and so I was proud of them as well.
Yeah, 3rd shutout of the season for West Morgan tonight. You guys have allowed 7 points or less a couple times. You've had 10 points on there. That defense, not only just tonight, Coach, but your defense has played outstanding all season.
Yeah, absolutely. Our defense coordinator, Brian Stiles, does an incredible job. And, I thought our players played together and played extremely hard and, with tremendous effort. And, they're playing really good right now and just getting better every week. So, I'm really proud of them as well.
And, Coach, it's all about a playoff run. And I know this team wants a long playoff run. Next week, now you turn your attention to a team no stranger to playoff success and no coach he's no stranger to playoff success as well, and that's Madison Academy and head coach Bob Gotze. That'll be your round 2 matchup.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting, storyline. Coach Gotti, coached me in high school, and which is pretty neat. He's always been a mentor of mine. Been a guy that's helped me tremendously throughout this profession, and then Brian Stiles, our defensive coordinator, and his brother Dan Stiles, their defensive coordinator. So we're very familiar with what they do and how they do things, and we're excited about the opportunity. We know it's going to be a challenge. They're a really good team, again, that's really well coached. And, so we're just going to have to, again, our focus needs to be on us and how we can improve and get a little bit better, at what we do. And then obviously coming up with a great game plan against them, who's, again, any team coached by Coach Gotzi's, a team that always improves and gets better throughout the year. And we're really excited about the opportunity.
All right. Drew Phillips, head coach of the West Morgan Rebels, kind enough to spend a minute with us tonight on our playoff edition of the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show. Coach, congratulations on the win tonight. Best of luck next week and safe travels to Montgomery tomorrow morning.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys, and thanks for all y'all do to cover high school football.
All right, thank you. Drew Phillips, kind enough to spend some time with us ahead of after their round 1 matchup and ahead of their round 2 matchup coming up next week against Madison Academy, which, by the way, you're going to be able to hear that game over in Huntsville for our Huntsville audience on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. I want to thank everybody on 100.1 FM WLAY, Florence Muscle Shoals, and 105.9 WKLS Gaston and Anniston for spending some time with us tonight on the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware. All right, we need to run them all down. So I tell you, here's what we're going to do. Let's just start with Class 7A, and we're going to run down all of our scores for you because we've kind of broke down each class. Let's run down each class again, and we'll set those brackets for you 7-1.
Class 7A scores.
All right, the Austin Black Bears at home tonight taking on Enterprise. Austin, of course, your Class 7A Region 4 winners, and they come up short tonight against Enterprise 21-32, your final there. And if you go inside the numbers, the Austin Black Bears had a fantastic regular season. It's just playoff wins that have kind of escaped Jeremy Perkins. The drought continues. Austin did not make the playoffs in 2021, but they've been there every year beyond that and before that. They have not won now a playoff game since 2017. So the playoff drought continues for the Austin Black Bears with tonight's loss. That's 6 straight first-round exits for the Austin Black Bears. James Clemens and Central Phoenix City. James Clemens at home tonight taking on Central Phoenix City. And James Clemens, again, we mentioned they got off to a fast start. They would lead this one 7-0. They would lead it 14-7. But after that, Central Phoenix City just went on a tear as they pull away 70-14 your final. James Clemens still now looking for a playoff win. They have not won a playoff game since 2019. They are 0-4 in their last 4 trips to the postseason. Florence and Opelika. Opelika gets a win tonight, 43-7 over Florence. And Auburn, the top-ranked team in Class 7A, they were at home tonight. They were taking on Bob Jones and the Patriots and Kelvis White. They come up short on the short end of this one, 63-27, your final there. As for the Bob Jones Patriots, they too trying to solve a playoff drought. Bob Jones now has not won a first-round playoff game since 2013. A span of 9 straight first-round playoff losses for the Bob Jones Patriots. Let's go into Class 6A.
Class 6A scores.
All right, Class 6A first round. Clay Chalkville at home tonight taking on Gadsden City. Clay Chalkville a winner 33-3. Muscle Shoals at home taking on Mortimer Jordan. Muscle Shoals, a big winner tonight. They get that win 52-27. If you look at Muscle Shoals, they are in very familiar territory. Scott Baisden and company, they know how to win when they get into the playoffs. Just that state title's kind of eluded him. They are back there in the second round again for the Muscle Shoals Trojans. Mountain Brook and Southside. Mountain Brook gets a 45-7 winner over Southside. Parker shuts out Coleman tonight, 35-0. It's Homewood over Athens, 31-24. The Athens Golden Eagles. Let's go inside the Athens Golden Eagles number and head coach Cody Gross. As far as playoffs go, Athens they were trying to pick up that first playoff win since 2019. They don't get that done. They come up short 31-24. Athens now has dropped their last 3 round 1 playoff games. Fort Payne, Pell City. Fort Payne, again, we had their coach on, and Fort Payne at one point trailed 17-0 in this ball game, and Fort Payne rallies. They get the win over Pell City, 24-23 over Pell City. And if we delve into Fort Payne's postseason numbers here for just a second, let's go to the board and we will pull up Fort Payne. And the Wildcats, they get a playoff win, a round 1 playoff win for the second straight year. And one thing that has eluded the Wildcats is getting through the second round. This is back-to-back years in getting to the second round. And they can now try to make it. They've not made it past the second round, looks like, since 2010. All right, let's see if we can bring in Tyler Van here. I believe that is our Sylvania head coach. All right, we're going to try again for Sylvania. Sylvania, they looked good tonight in their round 1 playoff win. And let's go inside Sylvania's numbers here. Let's get the table all set for Coach Van when he joins us. Or Scottsboro head coach, Tyler Van. Yeah, Scottsboro head coach. Yeah, he was at Sylvania a year ago, and he moved over to Scottsboro. So let's go Scottsboro head coach Tyler Van. Let's go inside the numbers there. And they were at home tonight taking on Jacksonville. They get the win 49-14. As for Scottsboro, that is their first playoff win since 2022. And they will try to get through the second round for the first time since 2016 next week. But their head coach Tyler Van joining us now on the Scoreboard Show hotline. Coach, it's all about tonight, and it's all about Scottsboro coming out on top at home tonight, 49-13 over Jacksonville. Congratulations on that round 1 win.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Really proud of our guys and how they played in the game, the energy they brought. We wanted to play a physical football game, and I thought our guys, we threw 2 passes tonight. I thought we really controlled the line of scrimmage on both sides. Super proud of our kids and proud of how much work they put in and to see them accomplish, not only region championship, but now get through round 1, and start week by week now.
So only 2 passes tonight. Now, was that part of the game plan going in, or was that just kind of what Jacksonville gave you in the running game and the physicality was working early on?
No, we went into the game wanting to run the football and control the line of scrimmage. We felt like we would have an advantage there, and we did. And I'm super proud of the guys on how they executed up front, some blocking schemes, and just moving them. So I really thought our O-line played really well.
Who kind of stood out to you then? Let's start on the defensive side of the ball. You hold a team to just 13 points. Who kind of stood out to you defensively?
Yeah, J.C. Heikkinen, inside linebacker for us, has played well all year long. Had a huge night tonight. I'm sure it's in double digits as far as tackles, and that would be
3 games in a row for him. He's just playing really good football right now, reading it really well. His eyes are always in the right spot. I thought our D-line did a really good job against their offensive front. Their running back, Xavier English, is one of the best running backs we've played all year. He's definitely up there towards the top of the guys we played. We knew we was going to have to hem him up, control the line of scrimmage, limit how many running lanes he was going to have, and really close those gaps up pretty quick. And I thought our guys, linebackers, even safeties who had to fit downhill, did a really good job against a really good offensive team and a really, really good running back.
Yeah, so you mentioned the physicality offensively. Talk about your offensive line. A lot of guys there needing some shout-outs because, man, they looked good.
Yeah, they did a really good job. Tegan Harris, 57. I'll just go through all of them up front right now. Tegan Harris, 57, left tackle, 53, Lawson Talley, left guard. We also had 77, Trayvon Phillips, who rotated in some, and then center, Colin Rogers, right guard, Luke Calfee, and right tackle, Aiden Mashburn. Thought all those guys played really well tonight, even the ones who rotated in and played. Just played really nasty. Tight ends as well, Cooper Harding and Jaden Gilbert and Trip Nelson. Every guy that played tonight, really proud of how they played, the physicality they brought.
We're going to need it next week. You look ahead to next week, round 2. A little different style. You get a more of a speed type with a Ramsey squad in round 2.
Yeah, they're really well coached. They've won, state championships. They've been in it the last few years. About every year, it seems like they're always playing for it or playing to go to it. And, really well coached, bunch of athletes, and we don't have to play physical to have an opportunity to win the game. We have to have a good week of prep. And glad we're at home in Trammell Stadium and have that opportunity for our fans to see, and hopefully we can somehow find a way to provide a win next week as well.
All right, Tyler Van, head coach of the Scottsboro Wildcats, kind enough to join us tonight. Coach, congratulations on that round 1 win, and best of luck next week against Ramsey. And like we've been saying last week and this week, safe travels to Montgomery next week, or I should say in the morning.
Yeah, man, I thank you. Thank you guys for what y'all do for high school athletics and promoting our student athletes. And go Wildcats.
There you go. Tyler Van, head coach of the Scottsboro Wildcats, joining us. Let's get our final break in. When we come back, we'll wrap up the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by the one, the only Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware.
Log on today, 977ESPN.com.
Hey folks, Bobby White back again for Woody Anderson Ford. If you're in the market for a new ride, now is the time to make your move. We've got over 700 new Fords to choose from, and with over 2,700 Google reviews, our customers have spoken, giving us a pretty impressive 4.4 out of 5 stars. Believe me, we work hard every day to earn those 5 stars. Just tell us what you need. This month only, we're offering big savings on your favorite Ford models. You can save up to $10,000 off MSRP on a 2024 F-150 Super Crew pickup. Or take $9,500 off MSRP on a 2024 Edge all-wheel drive. And if you're looking for something even bigger, take a spin in our 2024 family-size Expedition, available for $11,000 off MSRP. Deals end November 30th. And with always, it's with your good credit. Stop by Woody Anderson Ford today or visit us online at WoodyAndersonFord.com. With deals this good, you don't want to wait. I'm Bobby White, and we hope to see you soon.
Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware is your locally owned and operated hardware store. We're not just about numbers, we're about helping neighbors, because our Ace Hardware store is part of your community. We're committed to being the helpful place by offering our customers personal service, quality products, and a convenient shopping experience. As the helpful hardware folks in your neighborhood, we promise that helping you is the most important thing we have to do today. Stop by and visit Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware today, 1536 Blunt Avenue in Guntersville.
Are you tired of chasing a roofing contractor to show up on time or even show up at all? I'm Sam Fleming with Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Our motto at Fleming Roofing is we show up. Our goal at Fleming Roofing is to provide the reliable customer service that you deserve, and we have the resources to meet all of your roofing needs: residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. We are manufacturer certified for roof coatings, single-ply membranes, and asphalt shingles. Whenever you need a roofing professional you can count on, call Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We are committed to finding the solution that meets your needs. We don't have quotas or heavy-handed sales tactics. Fleming Roofing, we have expert experience. We show up. Free estimates, residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. Check us out at FlemingHSV.com. FlemingHSV.com. When you need a quick response, it's Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
Specializing in simple and affordable rentals, McCurry Van and Car Rental can make sure you have just the right vehicle for your next family vacation, weekend getaway, or if you just need transportation while your vehicle is being repaired. McCurry carries Ford Transit vans and Mercedes Sprinter vans, trucks and work vans, and more. And they offer discounted rental rates for long-term rentals. Now with 4 locations: Athens, Muscle Shoals, Coleman, and Huntsville. Log on McCurryRentals.com to make your reservation now. That's McCurryRentals.com.
This is David Lloyd, head coach of the Randolph Raiders, and you're listening to the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Now back to the scores.
Indeed it is. It's the round 1 playoff edition of the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware. Again, all interviews that we've had tonight coming to you from our very good friends over at the Huntsville Sports Commission. They're busy as well. So we've gotten you through 7A and 6A a couple times. Let's get you caught back up on the 5A scores, and let's get you caught up on the matchups in 5A for round 2.
Class 5A scores.
All right, Leeds gets a 35-28 win over Guntersville. So Leeds will take on the winner of Carver Birmingham and Fairview. Fairview, 3 better than Carver Birmingham tonight at home, 15-12. So Leeds will take on Fairview in round 2. Boaz, a 29-8 win over Center Point. Corner, a 49-35 win over Lawrence County. So you're going to get Boaz and Corner in round 2 of the Class 5A playoffs. Now, we also need to go in here. I know we got to get through some of these scores, but I want to take a look at the Boaz Pirates because I have a feeling this season has been special for Boaz. They got part of that region title. Yeah, last year they made it this far in the playoffs, in the Class 5A playoffs. They got a first-round win last year again on the road at Southside Gaston, a 10-7 win. This year, a little bit more convincing, a 29-8 win over Center Point. Boaz has not had a 2-win run in the playoffs. They've not gotten past the second round since 2003 in the playoffs. That's when Drew Knowles was the head coach of the Boaz Pirates, and they got through the second round in back-to-back seasons, 2002 and 2003. So Boaz having a fantastic year right now. All right, so Ramsey at home taking on Ardmore. Ardmore's beautiful run comes to an end, a 47-0 loss to Ramsey. Scottsboro at home taking on Jacksonville. Scottsboro gets a win, 49-13, your final there. So Scottsboro is through to the second round of the Class 5A playoffs. And if you're looking at Scottsboro again, they've not gotten through the second round since 2016 when some coach named Patrick Nix and some quarterback named Bo Nix was the quarterback there at Scottsboro. All right, Russellville at home tonight taking on Winona. And Winona, 2 better than Russellville. They get the win 30-28. Moody, 49-7 winners over Arab. So you're going to get Winona and Moody in round 2 of the 5A playoffs. All right, let's go Class 4A.
Class 4A scores.
All right, Madison Academy, a road winner tonight, 28-7 over Hoax Bluff. West Morgan shuts out Fayette County, 45-0. Anniston over Randolph, 40-12. Good Hope over Hatton, 42-12. So that part of the bracket, you're going to see, again, Madison Academy and West Morgan in round 2. And then you're going to see Anniston and Good Hope in round 2 of the playoffs. Brooks gets by Dora, 38-7. North Jackson stunned at home tonight by Alexandria, 38-35. So that's going to be Brooks and Alexandria in round 2 of the playoffs. Let's go Class 3A.
Class 3A scores.
Geraldine gets by Locust Fork 60-13, and it's Mars Hill Bible over Midfield 69-40. Other winners in Class 3A: Sylvania, Winfield, Gordo, Fife, Lauderdale County, and Piedmont. Your 2A winners: Falkville, Pisgah, Susan Moore, Tuscaloosa Academy, Vincent, Winston County, Sulligent, Southeastern. Your 1A winners: Winterboro, Hackleburg, Appalachian, Lynn, Berry, Spring Garden, Meek, and Wadley. All right, that's going to do it for our round 1 edition of the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware. We'll come back next week for our round 2 and final show of the season. Make sure you join us back here next week for the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware.
WCZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
6-0 in the first quarter and stretched the lead out to a 40-0 lead at half. Our offense just didn't have to do a whole lot. Calvin Hughley, our running back,